Hello, my kindergarten friends. Today I'm going to show you how to make a 3D butterfly. So this is what it's going to look like when it's all done, and it can like stand up by itself. It's like a 3D butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to make that right now. So in your packet you have some colored paper with some butterflies traced on it. You have a piece of paper that has these 4 squares. Okay, and then you also have pieces of paper that have 4 blank butterflies, and they say stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I cut everything out already so I'd make this a little faster. I'm going to put my colored ones off to the side for now. And I'm going to put these kind of off to the side too. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut these out. These are your life cycle stages. Okay, this is all about the life cycle of a butterfly, how it grows, how it changes. So a butterfly starts as a butterfly? No. What does it start as? What are these? Eggs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label these. If you want to pause and label with me, you can. Or you can just label when you're done. Okay, so this one is eggs. Right, there's eggs on that leaf, so that's the first stage of a butterfly. And these aren't in any order, this is just how I cut them out. So that egg hatches and it becomes a butterfly? No, okay. The egg hatches, oh yes, it becomes a caterpillar. Caterpillar, that's a long word. Okay, so we have the egg that hatches, turns into a caterpillar. That caterpillar then, we know, spins itself into like a, it's called a chrysalis, but some other people call it like a cocoon. Okay, so we're gonna call it a chrysalis, just like it's called the scientific word. So that's C-H, chrysalis. Okay, and lastly we know it becomes a butterfly. Okay, so if you want to pause right there real quick and get your labeling done, you can do that. Otherwise I'm going to keep going and you can label later. Okay, so now that we have our stages, we have our butterflies that are labeled with stages. Okay, so you're going to need to make sure you put these in the right order. So stage 1 we talked about was what? What's the first part of a butterfly? What is a butterfly first? It's an egg, right? So I'm going to put some glue in this box, and the egg is going to go in the first box. Okay, and I'm going to put that one aside for now. Then stage 2, what does an egg hatch into? A caterpillar, right? Put that in the second box. Okay, and again, you can do this with me, or you can, and pause along the way, or you can just watch it all the way through and then do it yourself later. Okay, stage 3 would be that chrysalis that it spins and hangs from, and as it hangs out in that chrysalis, it finally becomes a butterfly, right? So again, I'm doing this super quick because I just don't want my video to be too long, but you take your time, okay? Make sure you do a nice job. You also are gonna color these pictures, if you'll see in my one that's finished. Oops, that one I messed up. I colored all my pictures, okay? So now you have 4 colorful butterflies. And if we were to do this in class together, I would normally tell you which color to do which. That way I could put it together easily for you. But since you're doing it at home, it doesn't really matter. Okay, you can do whatever you want. So for example, you're just going to take a colored one. You're going to put glue on the back of a white one. And then you're just going to stick it on. You just want to make sure, the only thing you need to realize is that if you can see at the bottom, do you see how this one is a little bit smaller and this top part sticks out a little more? So you just want to make sure, for example, that you don't glue it like this because it won't line up right. Okay, so you want to make sure you have them all lined up correctly. And again, it doesn't matter which stage goes on which color. Normally it would, but because you're just making them at home, doesn't matter. Put that one on. Again, I don't expect you to go this fast. I'm just being quick so that I can show you how to assemble, and then you can do the rest on your own, okay? Stage 4. Oh, see, I even got out of order. I'm not even paying attention here. All right. So I've got my butterflies glued. Now, this is the part that will matter, okay? So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna put them all in order. So I have 1, 2, I'm gonna make a pile, 3, and 4, and I'm gonna put them in a pile like this, okay? Now, in order to get them so that you can put them back to back like this, you're gonna wanna fold them, okay? So while they're all together, I'm just gonna give them a little fold. Okay, so they're kind of like folded like that. Oops. And sometimes that happens too. You just kind of have to tuck it so that it doesn't pop out like that. Okay, now when I made mine, I made it at school a while ago, so I had some staplers, okay, to be able to staple mine. You can staple yours, or if you don't have a stapler, you can glue. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 2 wings. So if I have 1 and 2, I'm gonna sit them up and I'm gonna glue them together like that. Okay, so again, if you have a stapler, you can just put a couple staples and be done, or if you don't, whoops, take some glue, put it all over one side of that wing, all over the other side of this wing, and then you're just gonna smash them together. And they may not line up perfectly, okay, and that's totally fine. So I'm gonna push, 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 smash them together a little. And there, see how that side stands up? So I have 1, 2, then I'm gonna go ahead, so now I have this side open, I'm gonna take my 3, I'm gonna put glue all over this side, all over this side, all over my 3. I'm just doing mine quick, probably not enough glue to hold it, but I can go back. And then lastly, you just have to smush in that last one. So you're gonna take your last one, put glue on both sides, okay, and then you can smush him right on in there. So I'm going to attach him right here, and then I'm going to attach him right here, and voila! You have a 3D butterfly. Pretty cool, huh? And again, if we were making these in class, I have these fun little pipe cleaners that I could have put on for you guys, but I didn't have any of those to send home with you guys. So what you can do if you want to is you can leave it as it is and just have it stand up on your table, or you can like put some string and maybe try to hang it somewhere. Or if you have some black paper laying around, or maybe you have white paper that you could color black real quick, you could cut some antennas and stick them in here so that they stick out the top. Okay, it's up to you. But that is how you make your 3D butterfly, okay? All right, I can't wait to see them when they're done. Enjoy.